don't know whether clubs they careful, but let's forget about their money, their decision. But let's talk about Osimhen now. You are in this position. What do you feel is the best move for Osimhen right now?
Football is a career.
Yeah.
A person career be that. And over time, we've seen stories like English players know they like travel. They know they like travel.
Yeah.
We'll come to get some exceptions. Gara go to Atletico Madrid. Then once in a while, we see maybe David Beckham go to Madrid. It happens once in a while. Football is someone's career. In every decision you make within a player's camp, the number one person to be considered and the number one opinion to be considered is the opinion of the player.
Yeah.
If Brian Buemo said, I want to go to Manchester United, the only option Brentford have is to get whatsoever they can get from him financially. Mm-hmm. Because in labor law, you can't there is no way a happy master can keep an unhappy servant.
Yeah.
Two of them can't stay. You get? So you can't keep an unhappy player. Now, what does Osimhen himself, as a professional footballer, want for himself? That is number one. Number two, how vibrant, popular, and elegant in camp day in respect to PR.
Yeah.
Because the player we talk about now one of the best strikers in Europe today.
Yeah.
And if you look at the kind of stories surrounding the likes of Gyökeres, the likes of Ekitike them, Sesko them, in a world where Sesko, they get attention, they move Arsenal up and down. Team we know they easily spend like that. They move up and down. We are talking 80 million plus here. And the man, wait to me, now if you finish second, Osimhen can be the difference between your second and number one.
Yeah.
If you finish sixth, Osimhen can be the difference between sixth and top four. That is how good this man is. And we all sat last season transfer window. We just did the watch Osimhen end up at Galatasaray on loan. The reigning African best player as at that point in time. So two things are involved. Either Osimhen camp are not doing their job, or Osimhen himself have not decided on what he wants.
By the camp, you mean agents and all that?
Agents and other people. Because in football, your PR matters.
Yeah.
How people around you promote you matters. That is why a camp can package a player below par, below average, give him to a big club and Google like, what did they see?
Yeah.
Because most of the times, advertisement matters a lot. How you promote your product determines how the product will sell. And to me, these people in charge of that have not been doing well. Now again, Osimhen, yourself, what do you want? We have all seen players take pay cut to go and play in that club where they have always dreamed to play. You get? So if you hear say, him be Arsenal player, he might take a pay cut to play for Arsenal. And then they go here and say, just like Igalo coming to Manchester United. Igalo said, he said he was even ready to play for free. He said when the contact come, say you know if you talk money. Because already, now your dream. You now will be Osimhen, what do you want? If you're talking 400 and something thousand pounds, realistically, it means you want to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
This meal, if you agree that with Saudi, say you want 400 and something, it means you want to go to Saudi Arabia. Because currently, it will be hard for any European team, any Premier League team, any Spanish team to pay you 350. Then do you want to still play at a higher level as a 25 years old guy where you be? If that is the truth, 25, 26, if that is the truth, it means you have to make some sacrifices. Because there is a world where you go to Chelsea today, play 3 years. After 3 years, you are still within 29. Then you can still go to Saudi Arabia, depending on your performance at Chelsea.
Yeah.
We are talking Saudi Arabia that are coming for a 30 years old Fernandez. And we are ready to pay 100 million.
Yeah.
So if you choose Chelsea and say, okay, give me 250, I believe they will pay. If Chelsea no pay, European teams are ready to pay that 250. Within 250, they will pay. But the thing now I say, nobody know what Victor himself wants. Because if he really want to stay in Europe, he knows the actual wages he can get. He knows.
Yeah.
He is in the business. He knows the real money he can get. Because I believe that release clause is not a problem. Osimhen release clause cannot be a problem. I think the major problem is the wages.
Yeah.
That is the problem. Because most of the times you can even sign a player for free.
Okay.
But at the end of his stay, you calculate what you don't pay him. Person will buy player 50 million don't better pass you.
Yeah.
You get? I have seen it. When Zlatan came to United, it was for free. But I know how much we were paying Zlatan. So to me, Osimhen guys decide. If you want to stick in let's say Europe, he has the people to go around the job. He knows the realistic target. He knows what is obtainable. What is possible when it comes to his weekly wages. He knows, because we're no longer talking about release clause. Everyone knows that. If you can activate it, no problem. Napoli, I think it's not negotiable. So what is the problem now is how much am I going to earn? And all of us know what you can earn when you stick to Europe and what you can earn when you go to Saudi. So it's on Osimhen. But if I were to decide for Osimhen, bro, you are 26 and you are young. You are still banging. You are not struggling. Stick to Europe.
All right. So